Hello everyone, how's everybody doing? I have an unfortunate thing to talk about, which is, first of all, it's not in Ireland, which usually I don't cover things outside of Ireland, but I felt like I had to cover it, as I think, this is a disgrace, and obviously, it's supposed to be a liberal democracy in Canada. Uh, if it's liberal and it's democracy, uh, I don't know what to say about that, but so you probably have heard the story, it's gone viral around the world, which rightly it should, because it's a disgrace that a civil servant would say this to a disabled veteran, first of all, a person who served in the armed forces in Canada. So basically, the story is that this veteran did go to the Olympics, the Paralympics once before, and as a disabled veteran of the Canadian Army, uh, was looking for help. Basically, she struggles to get around. Basically, she's mobility problems. And she was looking for a stair lift to get up and down the stairs. Right in a second story house. Right, she asked the Canadian government, I'm assuming the Department of Health in Canada, and they said they wouldn't give it up. First of all, which is a disgrace because this woman has served Canada, and would willingly take a bullet for Canada if to secure Canada's freedom and democracy if they come to that stage. And then they turned around and said, we can help you die, basically. So, first of all, awful thing to say to anybody, when they're asking for help, then whoever the civil servant is or whoever, and if this is the Canadian government's narrative, basically, if you're no use to Canada, we're going to basically help you die, basically, which is an awful thing to say. Let's be fair, it's really, really awful. I know Justin Trudeau is not well in the head. I haven't said much about Justin Trudeau, but he obviously isn't well in the head. We've seen him the last few years acting like somebody out of the 1930s. And obviously this is unacceptable. And whoever the civil servant was that said, to this veteran that we help you to die because we won't put a place there, because obviously that would end your suffering. Because again, the Irish government would love that in this country because they wouldn't have to pay out the state pension. But anyway, they could learn a lot from they are learning from Justin Trudeau. But again, Justin Trudeau too is a dictator. We have to be fair on that. The human rights abuses there in Canada in the last few years has been outrageous, and should be called out. Even I know the mainstream media not out be frightened because it's a liberal democracy. Why should we call it a liberal democracy? It's all Putin's to blame. Probably they'll come out with this narrative now. Putin didn't want this woman to have a chairlift up and down her stairs. That will be the next narrative. Because everything's Putin, to be totally honest. Even though it's in Canada, it's Putin. But yeah, it's a disgrace now. It is a disgrace. And the same happens in this country in Ireland. People look down on the armed forces, particularly the government. In Ireland, we have the Irish government absolutely hate the defence forces, it looks like. They treat them like the dog's dinner. And these people deserve a lot more respect than they're getting at the moment. Regardless of what country, I have huge respect for any man or woman that stands up and says, I want to serve their country. In either the Navy, the Air Force, or the Army. You're putting yourself at risk. You're willing to go out and fight for your country to secure its democracy, independence, and God forbid, give up your life give up your life for your country. And again, this is what this woman who served her country to the highest distinction and served in the Paralympics, and then some civil servant comes along and says we can help you die. And if that's the Canadian government's narrative, again, it's not much to ask. It costs the government, the local authorities, or whatever it was, a few bob. It would cost them a few Canadian dollars. It wouldn't break the bank. It wouldn't break the bank. It wouldn't cost them much. Let's be fair. But no, that's the narrative. But again, there's an awful thing to say, and I just want to put it on the record that it's an awful thing, and whoever this person was should obviously be sacked. Whoever said this to this woman, it's a disgrace, and obviously by all means she should have her chair, and along with compensation. Obviously, I'm sure she would take it to court and sue whoever this person would, which she rightly entitled to do, and probably would sue the state. I would say she should sue the state too, because the disrespect is off the charts. That's all I say. So yeah, take care everybody and bye.